What's going on, guys? Today I wanted to show you some of the Anthem Interceptor gameplay. Basically, during the demo I got to play two different javelins, the Interceptor and the Ranger. I guess VIP people got to play, you know, all four javelins. As you can see here, I'm just going through some of my components right now. You can read it if you want, pause it. Pretty much just get my setup before the game. You can choose what type of loadouts you want, you know, if you want to go for damage or straight up melee outputs or shields. For me, I pretty much run all shield and armor because I like to, you know, get up into combat and just melee the crap out of people. I rarely use my weapons unless, you know, I'm sitting back regaining my shields, or if I'm shooting like certain mobs or trying to get back with my team. But as you saw, like, there's various weapons and stuff you can choose from. Assault rifles, snipers, pistols, light machine guns, etc. So basically, I pretty much cut out the loading screens because they do get boring from time to time, and because the video is so long, because this was a Academy Ruins run on hard mode. As you can see from this picture right here, these are the settings I put it on. It takes about like anywhere between, you know, 20 to 30 minutes. You know, I had different people in my group. One person on my friends list played with him. We were both level 15, pretty much carried the raid. As you can see here, there's consumables also you can get in the game. You can craft them. I went ahead and went with the melee inscription because, like I said before, like, my playstyle is I just like to get up in there and just melee the crap out of everything. So as you can see, for single expedition, increases the damage and melee ability by 20%. There was other ones, but luckily I had that one. Right from the start of the game, I was glitching. If you can tell, I had to triple jump a couple times to get out of it. I don't know if it was because of the game or because I was recording, but it was pretty funny just being stuck there trying to jump out for a while. So basically, you know, when you start this, you know, some areas you can skip. Like right here, instead of landing on the mines, you can just fly through them all. Of course, I fall because I'm not the best flyer yet. I'm still getting the hang of the, you know, flying system and mechanisms that are behind it. So right here, basically, you know, there's like little objectives. It says echoes, you know, silence the relics, you collect echoes. The echoes are past this point, but to get there you gotta take down these turrets and these mobs real quick. So I was working with my buddy, and from, you know, playing this a couple times already, you know, since there's only one ruin run, pretty much he gets on the top right and snipes these turrets while I just hold their aggro. So I get up on the rock, you know, he tells me if he still has it aggro and tells me to move up, so I go ahead and move up. Then just, you know, hold my position here. I'm taking aggro from the turrets. I pop a couple rounds, you know, just to deal damage, starting to take hits. Not everyone on the team is up there yet. Once the teammates start to get up there, I start, you know, taking rounds down range, you know, do my thing. My buddy's sniping the big turrets. My build's not really meant to take down turrets. I'm more of a, you know, get down on the ground, kill all the troops, or the little boss, mini bosses. So you can see here I took a lot of damage. I wasn't really paying attention, so I just jump out real quick. So that's one type of gameplay that the Inceptors do, is like you just get in there, you do a lot of damage and get out real quick. That's just one method. There's tons of different methods you can play. It all depends on what your game style is like. So once again, I get low, I get out. While dashing through targets, if you're meleeing one target, if you press control or whatever you have a key bound to, you can switch up your key bindings. Basically, it helps you dash to another target. Now I'm still working out the kinks on this because I don't know how many times you have to press control, but it seems like you just press control once and it'll automatically dash you to the closest target without really having to aim. So here you can see, you know, I got my shield back up, and now I'm starting to combo with the rest of the team. So pretty much we got the two turrets down. and cleared some of the mobs. Now it's time to go get these echoes. As you can see, my boy, he pretty much got 4 already because he flew around, taking advantage of, because you don't have to always take one way. So he flew around the mountain and got to the top on the far right side, whereas, you know, people who are just starting to play the game, they don't really know, so they'll take, you know, the path that's right in front of them. So basically, since I play Interceptor, like, you know, you're pretty fast and you got 3 jumps, so it's best if, so as you can see right here, I'm just jumping through, grabbing these relics real quick, because, you know, not everyone can get to the locations as fast, and I got a lot of armor and health, so I can pretty much take a lot of damage and just jump around, get these relics, and head back. You can only get 3 for some reason. I don't know if they're going to change that or fix that later on in the process, but so here I get all 3 and then I head back because I couldn't get 4. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is, you know, fighting the mobs, clearing them, so that once all the relics get turned in, you know, the mobs are dead and we can move on to the next objective. It's better to do this because basically, you know, the faster you get this done, you know, the more, you know, you get more XP, and then you can get on your next run and just get your drops as they go. Seems like the drops are pretty random because, like, they do drop from mobs, so like someone else on your team could kill a mob, and then, you know, you'll just randomly be walking by or flying back like I'm doing right now, and you'll see, like, you know, a rare drop on the ground, and you just run over and pick it up real quick. So I don't know the loot system exactly, but it seems like it's pretty random. Usually when you finish certain events, a chest will drop. In that one that we just completed, there wasn't a chest. So you see how that guy just went below, and, you know, there's mines that you could shoot at. So this is a different way you could take. It's on the far right, kind of in the middle of everything. So I'm just taking out mines real quick so I don't run into them when I have to run back. Now pretty much my buddy, he's got a sniper rifle. His build set up to where he does a lot of damage from a distance with his rifle. He's taking out all the turrets from a distance. I'm not really doing too much. So I'm going to go back to collecting these relics, or essences, or whatever you want to call them, because like I said before, you know, my character's pretty fast and I got a good amount of health and shield, and my shield regenerates when I run, as you can see what it just did right there. So pretty much if these turrets lock onto you, it'll tell you, you know, it's locked on, and then real quick you just press shift, and then your mech will pretty much, or javelin, will dodge the attacks. So as you see, I got 2 or 3 right there, and I'm back at it again, trying to find more essences. You know, I stop by every now and then and I'll kill a couple mobs so that I can get health and armor drops, and other people on my team can get health and armor drops and ammo drops also. And I just go right back at it to finding these echoes. Don't mind my jumping skills, they're pretty bad during this run. As you can see, these cages have essences in them, but you have to get a certain amount turned in before you can collect those. I think it's 6. Pretty much right now we were waiting on one person to turn in these essences. So right now we're pretty much just discussing, like, oh hey, who has, you know, the essences. We're trying to figure that out. I think it was a guy who was AFK. So I'm sitting around looking around, making sure, like, okay, I see the 2 over there in those 2 cages. I know I got 2 behind me, that's 4. And, you know, we can't get these until there's 6 turned in, and someone hasn't turned it in yet. So we're still waiting. But pretty much all the turrets got taken down. There's like 6 turrets. If you take down the turrets, it makes it a lot easier. You don't. And then pretty much after you get a certain amount of echoes turned in, it'll spawn a greater amount of mobs. And then after you turn all the essences in, you kill all the mobs together real quick, and then it drops the chest. Okay, I stand corrected, it was 8 essences. I thought, you know, maybe I possibly had one. Usually you'll see it hovering on you. So I went to just double check, make sure I didn't have it. But it turns out this guy up here, this other interceptor, he had it, and he was just AFK. I don't know what he was doing. But it kind of sucks because if he, you know, he's AFK, it kind of holds everyone else up. And you can't, you know, progress through the mission, so, you know, you're wasting time when you could be clearing this, you know, dungeon or ruin is what they call it, faster. I'm basically just trying to kill time right now. it's just one of those things where hopefully, you know, they can create something to spawn more echoes or essences if people are AFK like that, or if they DC. Because then if, you know, they DC or something crazy happens where there's a glitch, then, you know, your team has to pretty much restart because you can't progress until you turn them all in. But as you see, a bunch of mobs spawned after 8 were turned in. So I decided, hey, I'm going to help clear some real quick just to do my part. Then I realized, you know, oh man, no one's really turning in these essences. That's kind of my job. Since I'm the interceptor, I'm really agile and fast. So I ended up going back to getting them real quick. So you can see I took a lot of damage. I was like, oh man, I gotta get out of here. Boom, boom, boom. Got out, got to safety. Waiting for the shields to recover. This is usually when I'll whip out whatever gun I have, get a couple shots on whatever mobs are nearby. Once my shield's up and regenerated, then I run out and I grab the health or armor packs and weapon and ammo or whatever drops are out there. Bam, I got the indicator that those are where the essences are. I should have been heading towards them, but I'm still like farming for whatever reason. I don't know how well the gameplay footage is, but you know, this is what I had to deal with. Now, as you can see, like right there, like I just bursted that guy down pretty well. That's what interceptors are good for, you know, single target bursting down. You can combo, just all depends on your build setup. The setup I got right now is pretty much cleanse for AoE effects, like if I'm burning or poison, stuff like that. I got like a shuriken which I can throw, which deals like 2k damage, helps take down shields, kind of knockdowns flying targets. And then I have my other skill, which is like electric strike right there, which I can combo off of. And you can change it up. I've seen some really other good builds where people use a poison grenade and then they use like a leaping strike. And then they do an aerial maneuver from above to combo it. And like you can see here, that's the chest. They usually spawn. One person opens it up and then all of the items pop out. I got like 2 or 3 items from that, which is pretty good. But you never know what it is. It's all random. You won't know till the game's over. And what's cool about it is these items you unlock as you go throughout the game. They're not just meant for your one character. You can unlock stuff for other characters also, which is cool because as you go on through the game, you unlock other javelins, and it's cool because, you know, once you unlock those other javelins, instead of starting off from scratch, you kind of have some items that you can equip, so you're not as fragile and you got some buffness to you. So certain checkpoints you have to wait for all of the people on your team to get there before it opens up. I think we decided to clear these waves because the other 2 guys we had, you know, we don't really know them too well, and we don't think they really know the process. And the thing was, I don't think they had mics either, so we just ended up helping clear these waves in order to get them through faster, because we know if we left, you know, we risk the chance of one of them dying and then having to come back and revive them. So in our group right now, I think we got 2 hunters and, no, my bad, 2 rangers and 2 interceptors. To me, it's better to have a good diversity in your group because combos are pretty much what does a lot of damage. And just having that diversity makes the gameplay feel a little bit smoother when it comes to, you know, getting damage done, your loadouts, what you can and can't do. Which is really important because if you're rolling with a 4-man team where you're all communicating, have mics, you can all set up your loadouts to where it's all different damage types, or to where you basically, your loadouts are for certain types of missions or runs, to where you know it's going to be the most effective. So, you know, we've done this run a couple times, so we pretty much know what to do. You pretty much get to these fragments, and usually there's 2 in each room, total of 6. So you just clear it real quick. You don't even really have to clear it. You could just grab the relics and go. But like I said, you know, the drops, you get random drops from whatever mobs are in the area. So sometimes it's good to just clear it, just to get it out of the way. So I clear this one real quick, grab the device, bam, grab it, get out of there. think I end up clearing it just in case these other guys needed to go in there and grab it, so they wouldn't die. Because I don't know, I didn't necessarily know what level they were. I didn't know if they were level 15 or 10. So a cool thing about the Interceptor is you have the triple jump. So when I picked up this item, you can't fly with it, but you can still jump and dash. So what I ended up doing, I ended up coming over here. I'm like, oh, this looks like I can reach it. Jump up, 1, 2, and 3, and then bam, I'm up top. Instead of running all the way to the ramp. So I save time this way. I can jump back down, grab the other relic. Notice he's there already, so I changed my plan of course. Start heading towards the other one. Usually heavier javelins will stay at the ramp and they'll just clear the ramp for the other guys who are running up with the relics. Just makes it a little bit easier so you don't die when you're trying to run these things. And like I said, there's that random drop. Bam, got it. I was like, oh, I'll just clear these guys real quick. Hit a wall. It's like, oh my god, I'm stuck. Can't move backwards. Just jump up and avoid the explosion. I started messing with this one. I'm like, you know what? Doesn't even matter. I think this was the last relic in there, so it doesn't matter. Just get out of there, wasting time. Come back over here again, do the triple jump. I think on that side you could probably do a double jump and get it. So I know for this thing I'm hitting right here, I don't know exactly what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it spawns the different mobs. So I was just killing it to see what it would do, see if it would spawn more, prevent other mobs from spawning. But now we got all 6. So now at this part, everyone in your party is supposed to stand in the middle and get the signal up. As you can see in the top right, it's white right now, going up slowly because not all of us are near the circle. So we had to communicate with this guy because I think it was his first time doing this run. So we told him real quick in the mic settings we pressed our button to talk, which usually only works if someone else in the party has a mic. But if there's one other person who has a mic, you can hear the other people talking at least. So we end up telling the guy, hey, stay in the circle, kill the mobs on the bridge. I end up taking like rear security and killing these like blue electric bulbs because they end up shooting at you and they start to stack up if you don't kill them, and they're hitting you. So pretty much you just stand here, get the signal up, clear mobs. You can use your ults every now and then to clear the bridge. So I'm just chilling in the back, clearing orbs. Someone's got to do it. These 2 other guys, probably the first time, we're trying to pick up whatever they don't know how to do, explaining the process to them. So I jump in, do my thing, jump out, get back on. Once again, people got off, can't really do anything. Have to keep telling them like, hey, get back on the middle so we can get the timer up. This is taking forever. So that right there was like a cleanse. So basically, like those mobs that come up, they explode. Sometimes I think they deal like poison damage, or they can stun you with like their webs. I don't know if it clears the webs, but like I know if they like took some like poison effects, that it clears it. So I just threw it just to be helpful. I get in, I do my damage, I get out, go back to the point. Everyone's gonna have a different playstyle with the Interceptor. My playstyle, like what I'm happy with, is just getting in there, dealing damage, then getting out. If you stay too long, if you don't know when to get out, then you'll end up dying. That's why I usually take armor and health instead of like all the melee damage attachments, because basically if I kill too many mobs and they all explode, I end up dying. So but if you have a good setup to where you have a high drop rate for you know, health or armor drops, then you're perfectly fine going in there like that. But alright, so the door's open. That took long enough. I don't know how long that was. It seemed like forever. So now the chest spawns. One person opens it. We all get dropped. Touch it. Bam. On to the next one. No, there were some in-game bugs. Yeah, we're trying to skip all these. These guys kind of caught on to us skipping it. We told them, so they're kind of you know figuring it out as they go. It just makes the runtime a lot smoother and faster if you just skip these guys. If you're low level, skipping it's kind of risky. So I would just say, you know, fight your way through it until you get a little higher level. Basically, if one person in your party gets far enough away from you and they get to the next checkpoint area, it will basically give you a loading screen. I think that's what happens to me because I get so far behind. My boy's pretty good at maneuvering with his mech. I still run into walls. I'm still trying to figure it out. Water, oh man, it's kind of tricky. For those of you, I suggest just using your keys. So if you try to use your mouse too much, it's really hard to navigate. So just, you know, mess with the settings a little bit and probably like quick play, so where you feel more comfortable with it in practice. As you saw there, I took too long. My buddy, he got to the checkpoint. He loads up faster too. Now I'm playing catch up. And bam, we're at the boss area. It's about to spawn me again, but I got there fast enough, thank God. I just get tired of loading screens. So if you stand right here, the boss doesn't really land on you, but it does do some acid damage over time. So pretty much it has its sensitive points, right? You know, the bright yellowish orange, I guess like bulby type things on the sides of its body. Once you break those, you can shoot at the tail and you'll do more damage. So the boss normally, he'll be looking where he's going to drop at. Sometimes it's always in the same place. So that guy, he obviously didn't know that, so that's why he got taken out with one shot. So right now, you don't want to get near your teammate if he's down over there, where the boss is at, because the boss will just end up like one-shotting you too again. So pretty much, I'm just like clearing mobs, kill time. I think I got aggro on the boss. I tell my buddy like, hey, I got aggro on boss. But then I lose aggro, he's going to revive him, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get regain aggro. Which is why, you know, having, you know, different types of javelins is good, because if you have the Colossus, he can, you know, yell or do whatever his taunt is if he has it equipped, and then he can get the boss to follow him while your teammate revives. So you gotta be careful, you just gotta watch yourself every now and then, make sure the little mobs, at the beginning there's only like a few, so it's like you can just like constantly fly and like run around to where you don't really have to deal with them. Once you get them grouped up and you know where they're at, like I know I got 3 behind me. Once you got them grouped up and you're low on ammo, just take them out. So here, like the boss is on me, I just have to fly out and jump out a couple times. So as you can see, we got one side taken down. We just need to work on the other side. Once you get both sides taken out, you just end up shooting at the tail, and then it'll do like a ton of damage. As you can see here, the mob, he will run away. Whatever side he runs away to is the side that the little mobs are going to spawn on, basically. But it's good to shoot at him when he's running away, because you actually do a good amount of damage. So see, he went up that way, through that hole, and then the little baby spiders, or whatever, spawned at the bottom. I missed my combo like a noob. Pretty much get in there, I'm attacking everything, getting combos going. I didn't really take too much damage. Get out, clean up. Another group spawns. You can use your ult here if you want, but it's all up to you. If you feel more comfortable using your ult on to clear waves. See, we didn't get out of there fast enough. Once you kill like the second wave or whatever, you gotta get out of there, because then the mob will spawn there and she'll end up like snaring you or one-shotting you. So it's good to spread out, keep your distance, so that if one person has aggro, they can kind of like kite it and just walk slowly away while the others like get on sides. So I got aggro now. I'm like, you know, being cognizant of what's going on. Just, you know, I got aggro. I'm just chilling now. I lost aggro. Boss is running away to the next platform. Looks like it. Yep. That time we got all 4 of the vulnerable spots down. And just start shooting at the tail. Now all the mobs are gonna spawn down here. So we get ready to go. So we had 2 interceptors and 2 rangers, like I talked about before. So it was a little bit harder to combo because we didn't really know each other's loadouts. But if you know you got fire, ice. You have fire, ice, lightning, and poison. If you're mixing all that together, comboing is super easy. And you'll do a ton of damage. This game's all about teamwork and combos. You can fly solo, but it just works out way better and smoother if you just combo with your partners and communicate with them. So I like, me personally, I like to hold on to my ult towards the end. I'm going to call it an ult. It's like a special ability. I don't know exactly what it's called. But basically I like to hold on to it until the end because a lot of mobs spawn at the end. Or if I'm the only one alive and for somehow 3 of my teammates go down, I can activate that. And I'm pretty much like invulnerable. So sometimes it's good little, you know, A staff just in case. You know, if you need to revive a bunch of teammates or you get caught in a bad spot and you know like you're not getting out of there alive, so activate it real quick and run away. There's that lag. So I don't know if you noticed, but at the very top there's like a compass. If you pay attention to it, sometimes it's really sensitive, but if you pay attention to it, it'll show you where the mobs are at. So if you're like, oh, like you saw me earlier, I was looking for the boss, like, then I looked at my compass, I was like, hey, where is he? Okay, he's over here. I don't know if there's like a button to where you can see behind you yet. It would be pretty cool though, because if you're shooting a mob, you can click that real quick to see what mobs are kind of sneaking up on you. It may be, it may not be. So it's pretty much the same thing once you get the hang of the these academy ruins down, and you know the way the system works. It's pretty easy. The first time that you experience it, you kind of lost, and working together with your team and figuring out the best way. See, right here would have been good to have a sniper rifle, but I just didn't have a really good one unlocked, because you could do like I think it's like 10k damage per shot. So here I activate my ult real quick, because like I don't know what the heck happened. I got like hit, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get one shotted today. And the boss's health was low, so I was like, hey, why not? You know, puts me back at full health, full shield, and I was like, by the time this is over, you know, by the time my ult's over, hopefully the boss will be dead. So I'm just sitting here like trying to combo for whatever they put. And I was like 1 second too late. I ended up dying right there, but it's all good. I got revived, still got my loot. Oh, boss is dead. Get revived. You just walk up to someone, press, I believe it's F, if that's what you have it bound to. And then bang, mission complete. Wait a couple seconds, go to loading screen. After the loading screen, you come here, shows you all the different types of medals you earned, and how much XP, and I guess you know what you did the most. So you can see like who's doing the most work and who needs to pick it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Guy on the far left. So it has these alliance bonuses. I don't know if, like, you know, later in the game you're gonna need to pick that, or I don't know if you get like a party boost or how that goes into play, because it's the beta, if you're just getting all these boosts for free. And then at the end it shows you all the different things you unlocked, which go throughout all your characters for the most part, unless it's specifically meant for one type of javelin. So I'm just like going over, you know, the first time I got that one, so I was just going through it real quick, salvage some of them, salvage whatever you don't need. And that's pretty much it. You know, and then after that you can go forge or edit your guy if you got better weapons and stuff like that.